Harbor Freight sometimes does have some pretty good deals, and sometimes they've got some really cool tools. Several of these tools on here are really good, guys. We're going to talk about all the things that you should consider buying and all the things that you should consider steering away from coming up. Okay, so if you've been wondering about the Black Friday sale, then we have got the video for you. I'm going to go through here and tell you all about the tools that I've personally used, I've personally bought, and that I really like, and I think that you should buy from this Black Friday sale. These right here, I think, are worth the money. They are a little cheap. I've noticed the magnets will eventually fall off them, but a little bit of epoxy will fix that problem pretty easy. Now their batteries, I don't know much about their batteries, but I'm gonna be honest, in the millwright industry, I never see anybody using these batteries. So I don't know, but I'm personally not going there. I've seen a lot of guys use these. These are pretty good, but they're not the best. But I mean, they will get you out of a bind, so they might be worth having. Obviously, things like this are always, you know, those are simple, they're cheap, they're not hard to make. There's no reason not to have something like this. And I have not had that. I've not bought this scaffolding right here, but it looks quality. I don't know if it's worth it. It is a pretty good discount. Like I said, I don't know. Use your own judgment on that one. Okay, let's walk down the line here. I saw this one. I really didn't like it as far as buying. And then I actually found a lot of people that were selling them used. I was just curious and I looked it up. I didn't buy it, but I had thought about buying it when me and my wife was doing a lot of concrete work. So anyway, that's just my take on that one. Now, as far as their jacks go, me and my brother both, and my father-in-law, have all bought these jacks right here. These are excellent jacks. These are well worth the money. I really think I wouldn't pass that up. And I want y'all to know I'm not getting paid anything at all for this review. But I have definitely used these a lot, and so has my brother and my brother-in-law. This one right here, this is another one that I would gladly get here. They're not like the most quality, but they are quality enough. They're good enough for what they are. So if you're looking for a cheap one, I would get this one. Their folding one is actually a lot better, and I like it. I would definitely go that route. Now, as far as their torque wrench right here, I have actually got these for free. They were given to me, and I used them, and I thought it was actually really interesting how well they did work. Now, I don't know, I haven't used it a lot, but I did watch a really cool review video, and a guy tested it, and he tested like 10 of them of all different sizes, and they were well within reason. So I think if you were doing something light duty, like not rebuilding engines or something like that, this might actually be worth grabbing for that price. Let's see, let's go down the line. I wouldn't get this for rebuilding engines or something like that, by the way. Let's see, these are pretty good. This is a pretty good deal right here. Me and my wife, we use these quite a bit. I would definitely suggest buying those. Let's see, move down the line here. Okay, as far as this, I really don't know. I'm curious about it, so if anybody has any information on this or any of these things that I don't mention, please drop it in the comments for all of us. We all would love to know. Their booster, I have not used any of these boosters that are currently on sale, but the booster that I did get from them, I actually really am liking right now. So I don't know, you know, that's not telling me anything about these right here, but I am liking those. This right here, I've never bought, but when I laid my eyes on them, they look plenty quality. I see no reason not to get something like this at Harbor Freight. It seems it's simple and easy to make. A lot of times if something's simple to make, there's really nothing to worry about there. I don't know much about these, so I won't talk about them. Let's see. And I don't know anything about these. Now, when I've gone through and looked at them, I do like them. I do like what they look like, but I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this if there's anybody that does know, because I would be in the market myself. All right, oh, these right here, guys. These I'm actually using on this job right now, this welding job, and I'm loving them. I see nothing wrong with them. That price is a bit pricey. I don't know that I would spend that price for the Icon, but they have the cheaper versions, and honestly I think they would be worth getting over just buying the Icon, because really I think that's overrated even on the on sale price. Their quality, but I think their cheaper options are definitely worth getting. Okay guys, we're going to try to turn this over. Oh, these right here, all of their casters, I've had really good luck. Been building a lot of stuff in my shop and putting stuff on wheels, and I have had excellent luck out of all of their casters. I haven't bought this one right here specifically, but I have had excellent luck out of it. Okay, now their ramps, I don't know enough about their ramps, guys. I'm not going to give you a review on that because I honestly don't know enough about it. All right, let's turn this over. See if we can do this in the wind on the back of my truck without it blowing away. Hurry up and get a socket on it. Y'all bear with me. Don't run away. Don't leave. Don't leave. We got lots of good stuff here. Really good options here, and we don't want to miss out on this. All right. How y'all like my paperweights? Throw that in the comments too. All right, this one right here, guys, I'm going to go buy this. Even though I have the other jack, I bought the one that was really good on concrete, and my brother bought this one right here. I cannot believe how much I love this thing. It's on these big wheels, and on a farm like I am, I find myself needing the jack out on the gravel or on the ground more often than I do in my shop. Now, I need them both. Like I said, this one's real close to the one I got, except for I got the 4-ton. And I love it. I mean, it's an excellent jack. But he got this one, and it is a phenomenal jack, and it's really, really cool. So I think, even though I own both of them, I think I'm going to take them up on that sale, and I'm going to go buy that myself. And this is a product I would suggest. I like it. I think it's a great product. Move on down the line. A lot of this stuff I don't know enough about. Might be worth looking at. This heat gun I circled for myself. I'm going to go ahead and buy it myself. I don't know anything about it yet, so I'm not going to give you a review. If anybody else knows, hurry up and put it in the comments so I'll know. But I'm planning to go get that myself. These right here, me and my wife, we have lots of freezers and stuff for our meat business. And we put our freezers on these rollers, so they're easy to move around and things like that. Guys, these are worth the money. I really like them. Like when you compare them to the casters, and especially with the on sale price, man, those are worth the money. This right here, these are worth the money. Now you can buy these at Walmart too, but this is a good price. Obviously, if you're an electrician, I'm not saying it's worth the money for that. You're not going to replace a good fluke meter. What I'm saying is they're so cheap, they're worth having in every vehicle, because you can check your batteries if you have a little something go wrong. If you know how to read them, you can actually find out whether or not you have an alternator problem or a battery problem. They're pretty handy to have for a couple of different situations, and for $5, they're worth just having in all your vehicles. Safety glasses, always, that's a great price. No reason not to go pick some of those up. Everyone should have some safety glasses in their truck. As far as their gloves, I don't like them, guys. I really don't. Now, maybe for the on sale price, I'm not saying that, I mean, that is a good price, but I'm just not a big fan. Now, this right here, I don't know. I would love it if someone would throw it in the comments. Tell me, what do you think about this? Have you used it? Do you like it? Some of these other products, these right here, trying to look through some of the stuff I've used. None of this. I haven't used this. It looks intriguing. The legs look a little flimsy to me when I'm looking at it. I don't know that I would personally suggest this one, but I don't know. I mean, for light duty stuff maybe, but honestly, if you're a guy that can use a table like this, you can probably do some welding and build you something fairly affordable for that. That's going to be a lot better than that. That's just my opinion. Now this right here, I have not owned this, but I've used this exact brand, this exact one right here on some jobs, and it was actually surprisingly good for what it was. In fact, I've found that a lot of Hercules stuff is surprisingly good, but the handle did break off pretty quickly. We were able to get it put back together. There was a couple of minor issues, but at the same time, there were minor issues that really slowed us down. It did work, you know. If you're just doing it by yourself, and it's for you, maybe it might be worth the money. But if you're going to have employees using it like we did, you might ought to just steer away from it. I don't know, guys. That's been my experience, but I haven't used it. It's not like I used it for years, but it was pretty close to new, and all of that started happening pretty quick. So that's what I'm seeing. These flashlights, they're probably okay, but I'm not like a big fan of buying cheap flashlights. Sometimes if it's a good one, but you know, you can go too cheap. The tarps are worth the money. Those are definitely worth the money, and these are definitely worth that price right there. I mean, because I like to keep these around everywhere. They're definitely worth going and picking up. Not a big fan of their drill bits and stuff. I mean, if you needed some cheap bits to throw somewhere, maybe. And of course, obviously, an American flag, that's always a good choice. You know, I just don't think, if you want the Icon brand, then yeah, you can go get those. But you can still get at Harbor Freight the small package of those going out the door for cheaper than that. I think it's like $4 or $5. So unless this was pretty close to what that other one was, I wouldn't get it. Or unless you just want Icon. If you do, then go get them. That's not a bad price. But these are, for what these are, these picks, those other ones are just as good. These just have the name. Let's see. Oh, these blankets, guys. You've got to check these out. These are really awesome for doing a lot of different things. You can, obviously for moving blankets, but this is really good like if you have a well outside, or you have a water spigot, or anything that you need, like it's going to freeze that night and you got to keep it warm, or if you have a calf or a dog or something that needs some warmth really quick, that's definitely one to look into. They're pretty affordable, especially if you get them on sale, and they're really useful. They make great dog beds. They're just great all around. I would definitely suggest those, like hands down, for sure. These right here, I don't know. There's probably nothing wrong with these. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. But that's not a big sale price, so I don't know. I would steer away myself, but like I said, that's not a bad price. It's hard to say. This right here, guys, this is golden. I would definitely get that. That's a pretty good discount. And these right here are so handy on our farm. We use these little plastic boxes all over our farm for notes. So we tie them to our pig tractors, we tie them to the chicken tractors, we tie them to every type of animal. We strap it to there. And that way we can open that box up. We keep specific booklets on each type of animal and everything, and that keeps it all together, and it makes it easy for us to organize. So for as cheap as they are, they make excellent organization products for us, and they're just fine for ammo and things like that as well. I haven't seen any problems. So they're just super handy boxes, and for that price, they're definitely worth getting the money. Definitely worth the money. But their cases seem to be pretty good. Now, I haven't bought any of them, but they do seem to be pretty good. So somebody drop in the comments about those. I'd love to know. Let's see. Ratchets, if you're in the market for those ratchets, obviously the Icon seems to have good stuff from what I've seen. I haven't personally used their ratchets, but a lot of guys talk good about them, guys. So if you are in the market for some, this might be the time to do it. Okay, guys, I think that just about wraps it up. Thank you all very much for bearing with me on this video, and I really appreciate everybody sticking it out all the way to the end. Please drop it in the comments, all of your thoughts, all the things that you like, the things that you saw on this thing that everybody else needs to be getting. Let us all know, guys. We need the help. Thanks.